Now let's say you get to Mars. You make it down to the final 24 and you go off to Mars. Then what happens?
So in the beginning, a lot of your day will be spent obviously checking, maintaining the equipment that will keep you alive on Mars. So for me, one of the main motivations, or what would get me out of bed on Mars every morning, would be the possibility that I contribute towards discovering the very first evidence that life does not only exist on Earth, but possibly also on Mars. Although research will only become a large part of your day later on when the settlement is better established, and obviously when more people have joined. So as I said, every 2 years another 4 will join the settlement. So as it grows, the society will become more diverse and everybody will be able to implement their respective skills.
Now what kind of equipment do you need to stay alive on Mars?
So Mars, it's very hot in Cape Town today. You told me it's so hot.
You're preparing to go to Mars by being in Cape Town today because it is freakishly hot.
So although Cape Town doesn't feel very welcoming today, actually Mars is a far more hostile place. The average temperature is around negative 55 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
So these are similar to temperatures in Antarctica, the coldest temperatures ever recorded on Earth. The pressure is 0.6% of the pressure on Earth. Not 0.6%. So that's equivalent to being 30 kilometers above the surface of the Earth.
Wow.
The atmosphere is very thin. The atmosphere is also not breathable, so 96% of this thin atmosphere is carbon dioxide. And the radiation, because of the thin atmosphere, the radiation comes strongly down to the surface of the planet, unlike on Earth where we have quite a lot of protection from our atmosphere. So all in all, a human without equipment would not last very long on Mars, maybe about 30 seconds. So the equipment is obviously essential. Actually, the rovers will set up the habitat to some extent ahead of the arrival of the humans. So the pressure, the temperature, and the air levels within the habitat will be monitored for a number of years before the humans actually depart from Earth. So you will be living inside a habitat which is regulated to Earth-like conditions.
All right. Well, I think a lot of people might be wondering, if the conditions are so hostile and you need so much equipment to colonize the planet, why do it?
There are a lot of motivations for going to Mars. So for me, it's quite simple. The allure of the unknown has always felt far more powerful than the comfort of the known.
You were telling me.
I'm curious to see what's out there, and that beats any other motivation for me, actually. But of course, the kind of technologies that will be developed to sustain this colony on Mars will also be useful on Earth. Technologies like solar panel, recycling technologies, using resources wisely. These kind of technologies will definitely also be useful on Earth. Also then I have some statistics. So the chances, if you're an American, who fly more than we South Africans do, I think, if you're an American, the chances of dying in a commercial airlines flight are 1 in 11 million. The chances that you die in an asteroid impact event during your lifetime are 1 in 200,000.
Wow.
So the chances that we are all wiped off the surface of this planet, maybe not by the asteroid itself, but by the climate change that can result from such a huge impact, are far greater, in fact, than flying, which many people seem to have some kind of fear for. So
that's a really scary statistic.
So this is a motivation to explore, as humans have always done. It can be shown that the quality of life generally improves when people explore further territories, enabling new technologies and development.